Hi guys, it's Rania back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to react to Demi Lovato on the Dr. Phil show. Now, I have never reacted to the Dr. Phil show before on my channel, but I do know it. I've seen a couple of people on it. For example, I've seen the Catch Me Outside girl, which is like a classic one. I've seen one of a girl she thinks she's Eminem's daughter. I've seen other Dakota or something, but I've never reacted to one. So I wanted to react to one, and I actually came across this video yesterday. It's been posted on the Dr. Phil show channel 5 days ago. Demi Lovato was on it, and we all, for those of you who know her story and seen her documentary before, which is an amazing one, I'll see if I can link one below. But yeah, she's been through a lot. She's been bullied. She's never tried to, I think she has said something about cutting herself before, and she's been involved with drugs and stuff because of depression and stuff. So she's been through a lot. If I'm being honest, I love Demi Lovato. I look up to her so much. She's come so much as a person. She teaches so much. She's just an amazing person, really. And yeah, I don't want this to be so long, so let's get on to the video. So yeah, if you want to check out my social medias, they will be linked down below. And if you want to see all the other reactions I've done, also link down below. And I don't just do reactions, I do vlogs, I do challenges, I do reaction, and I do a lot of different things. So if you want to check that out, definitely do. So yeah, let's get on with the first video. And this is 2 minutes long, and this is the very first one. So yeah.
Demi has said that she credits you with saving her life. What do you think when you hear her say that?
I mean, she saved her own life. I was just fortunate to be a part of that process. The first time I met her,
she's just so perfect.
A few weeks later, I went to Chile.
Is that
first
one
time
of her
I'd ever seen her
managers or something?
perform.
I don't know.
She's 40,000 people in Iquique, Chile. We always talked about this trip because we couldn't get peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. They had no food. And after her performance, I went up to her room and she talked to me about jumping off the edge of the hotel. After she's performed, everyone's loving her. I was like, oh my gosh, she's really talented. And yeah, she's done the work, and she's an incredible woman, and I'm proud she's a friend and partner. You know, it's not normal that someone would have been a client and then they become a partner of a place, but then when she came around and was like, I want to open up a treatment center, I mean, we have a closer relationship.
Her? I don't know if she's her
we love each other,
and
that's why we even do Cast on Tour, so that we can continue that.
We're in 2018 now. You've been sober 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations on that, by the way, because I know how hard that can be. 6 years.
6 years, guys.
What do you think about that?
I had a moment
she looks
this year
happier
when I
as
was
well.
I wrote out a list with my friends of our New Year's resolutions. We each made a list. And on my New Year's resolution, it wasn't to stay sober. It was just not on the list. And I realized, wow, my life has gotten to a place where I don't even have to write it on my New Year's resolution list. It's just my life now. I don't drink, I don't use. And that's so freeing and
really
fulfilling
good.
to me.
She looks a bit more happier than before.
It's been 6 years you've been sober. When was the last time you seriously thought about hurting yourself?
Oh, next clip. Here you go.
He was mean, but he wanted to be a good person. And he wanted to have his family.
So this one's about her
my
father.
mom married my stepdad. He still had this huge heart where he would say, I'm so glad Eddie's taking care of you and doing the job that I wish I could do.
I know you never got the chance to be
just listen to her voice, guys.
He knew he wasn't capable of raising a family.
Listen to her voice.
And it was because of his mental illness. To know that it wasn't fully his fault really was saddening.
If I'm being honest, she has this song called For the Love of a Daughter, and that's about her dad and stuff, and that makes me cry.
Father.
I hear it all the time.
Oh, you do?
Yes, of course I do.
Sure.
I'm a fan.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I'm a fan. Yeah, I thought the song was profound.
Thank you. I perform it tonight.
Oh, really?
I didn't know
Dr.
Phil even listened to Demi Lovato. I mean, we don't really know that much about it.
This is the first tour that I have performed it on. I've only sang it live 3 times, and tonight will be the 4th.
Do you get through it okay?
I get through it okay, but I realize that I can't just shut out this performance. You know, I can't just like not play a song. The healing is through performing it.
Yeah.
He passed away when
That's
I
her
was 20.
dad?
And at the time I was so conflicted because I had so many emotions around him. A part of me hated him, a part of me loved him, a part of me felt sorry for him.
Weren't you pissed that he died before you got a chance to tell him you were pissed?
Yes, but I had stopped communicating with him when I was about 14.
Yeah.
And because I realized when I was 14, I had a friend say to me, why do you keep talking on the phone to him when it just makes you cry and it just hurts you? So I think he knew I was upset with him, and then the worst part about it was I didn't get that closure until he passed away.
Yeah, if they die with unfinished emotional business and you can't say it, then you're stuck with it.
He was so
I've
adorable.
had people write letters to their dead parents before, and it is cathartic.
Yeah, I've done therapy where I sit in front of an empty chair and I share my truth with the empty chair as if he was sitting there.
Yeah.
It was extremely healing for me.
Yeah.
It makes me so happy having you both do this. You guys have such massive platforms for change. I mean, people will listen to you guys. That's
For
a
sure,
unique
of course.
gift
Of course
that
they
you
would
both
listen.
have.
Yeah, it's people in this world today are searching for someone to relate to.
Yeah.
Because everything on social media is glamorized.
Yeah.
And you don't show your true, you wear the mask, just like you said. And it's so important for me not to wear that mask because I needed somebody to look up to when I was younger.
That's when she was
that
younger.
was real and authentic. And
And her sister.
I have a
she's
little
younger.
sister who's 16. I want her to grow up in a world where people are real and authentic as well. So I wanted to be that role model for her.
But you know what people would say? If Demi can admit it, I can admit it. And if she
I
can
feel
reach
like
out
she
for help,
has inspired like so
then
many
why should I
people.
be
So
ashamed
of
to reach out
course.
for help? I guarantee you, you
Like,
will
she's
save
inspired me.
tens of thousands of lives.
And that's why
by
like
saying
I
what you're
really,
saying.
really,
I
really
could
like
show you
Demi
the
Lovato
emails
so
we get,
much. She's not like
thousands and thousands
I
of
don't
them.
know, like
And the fact
some
that
people.
you're willing to do it
Not naming
gives
any
them permission
names,
to do it. You guys are
but
doing
yeah.
it.
All three of us
All
got
three of
one.
us. There we go.
Okay, next one. Okay. So this is about the suicide at the
Times
age
that
of
are
7.
difficult and you struggle with now. What are the hard times now like?
The hard times now I deal with, I think the everlasting addiction in my life has been food. My eating disorder started when I was very young. That's something that I still work on a daily basis, and it's kind of the last thing to go. I feel like I've conquered my addiction and alcoholism in a way where I don't even think about it anymore. But my struggles with my food issues are something that I still deal with, but I'm growing and I'm in a really good place today.
Was there a time that you actually thought the best option was to take your own life?
The very first time that I was suicidal was when I was 7, and I had this fascination with death. I have experienced things that
She
I've
said
not
that in her
talked about
documentary.
and that I don't know if I ever will talk about. But at 7, I knew that if I were to take my own life, that the pain would end. And so it's been this thought where it came back when I was bullied. It came back several times when I was struggling with depression, my bipolar disorder. I turned to cutting, and there was a while there where my mom was
So I was
afraid to
right, she
wake me
did
up
cut
in the
herself.
mornings because
That's
she didn't
another
know if
thing,
she opened
yeah.
the door if I would be alive or not. And because every time I cut, it got deeper and deeper.
When you thought about taking your own life, was it driven by rage or was it driven by sadness?
It was driven by sadness. It was loneliness and depression. And I believe that a lot of that had to do with unresolved issues with my birth father that I hadn't dealt with yet. Now that I've gotten older and I've been able to grieve the loss of him, and I've been able to step back and look from a distance that he was mentally ill and that it wasn't his heart that meant to abandon me, I've been able to overcome his loss and understand where everything went wrong. And that sadness has been going away.
Okay, so the next and the last video that I'm gonna watch is singer Demi Lovato on being bullied at the age of 12. They had a suicide petition. Wow, oh my god. So I watched a little bit of this. That's the one that I like found. But yeah, I only got to the bit where she said the about the suicide petition, which is kind of like just, I don't know, horrible, I guess, for someone, or like disgusting for people in school doing that. But yeah, let's.
I've spent my life trying to figure out why people do what they do and don't do what they don't do. Why did you turn to that when you did?
I think it was a plethora of things. I think that it had to do with growing up with an alcoholic father, and my mom also struggled with some things, but my father left my family and chose addiction and alcoholism over me. So I felt this hole and this abandonment that I still feel to this day sometimes. And it felt as if he chose that over us. And so I knew that there was something glamorous or fulfilling about alcohol and drugs. And when I was bullied when I was 12, I was searching for something to numb me out and to fit in. And I turned to alcohol, and that's
Wait,
where
so
I
at
felt
the age
relief.
of 12, she was doing
When
alcohol?
you were
Is that what she's
10,
trying to say?
you were already on Barney and Friends. I mean,
Barney.
you were already getting
Hey,
famous.
Selena.
What were you being bullied for?
A lot of it was because of the work that I was doing. I got made fun of for being on Barney.
How can you be
Wow,
bullied
you
for
were
like
great,
being on
Barney.
Barney? Like that's
The
just
thing
something
that
like
really
really
hurt me
good. Like I don't
was
get why people
that friends
would
turn
want
on
it.
me.
They're just
It
jealous,
was
you
over
know. Like do you understand?
petty
Like,
drama
it's jealous.
that 12-year-olds have in the
It's
7th
jealousy.
grade.
Because
And
that's just good.
the
If she's doing
reaction
something
to
that's
it was
really
so
good
much
and
more
it's
extreme
gonna, like, give
than
her
what
money, and I don't know, but like
was normal.
yeah,
They
that's
had a
something really
suicide
good.
petition,
I don't
and they passed
understand
it around
why.
the school and got people to sign it.
Yeah, look.
I was cyberbullied, and they made fun of my weight. And it was at that moment where I decided that I was going to not eat anymore, and I turned to drugs and alcohol.
Okay, so that was the last video. Guys, thank you so much for watching this. It is, yes, one of like really serious kind of video. It's not like me reacting to music like I normally do, or like a trailer or something. But yeah, I feel like this was like really deep, and her telling her story more and more help a lot of people out there. And I feel like I'm gonna cry, cause like, I mean, like, I don't know, a lot of, like, it's just, I don't know, like, it's horrible. I was bullied in school for a lot of things. For example, like, my channel. I was bullied for my channel, yes, when I started, like last year, actually. It is not nice, you know. It really not, like, I can't believe, I really just, like, it shocked me when I watched that last video of her saying, talking about the suicide petition that people will literally pass around. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, they passed around suicide petition for her to kill herself. Like, are you okay? If you ever done that before, guys, and you're watching this, not that I think a lot of people's gonna watch this, but like, if you have, I want you to take for a minute and think to yourself what you're doing is right. For example, like, I've watched 13 Reasons Why. I know so many people, and most of the time, most teenagers nowadays watch 13 Reasons Why. You probably do know about this because it's quite famous now. A lot of people do talk bad about it and say that that helps a lot of people want to kill themselves. Maybe it does for those that get super triggered by it. Because anyway, how wouldn't you anyway? But yeah, like, I don't know what to say, to be honest. It just shocks me. I want everyone to take for a minute, or like stop for a minute when you bullying someone, when you call them fat, when you tell them, oh, go and die, like, why have you killed yourself? Why are you even in this earth? Every time you say something like that, or even something that isn't such a big thing in your head, like, you should just stop for a minute and think about that, because, like, it is, you know, like, how the world is nowadays. You know that someone's gonna end up, like, taking their life, and sometimes it might not even be about you. It might not even be your fault, but other times it might be. And yeah, like, I don't know if what I'm saying is gonna help a lot of people out there, or the person that's bullying the person that could kill themselves. But like what I'm really trying to say is, don't, just choose kindness, okay? Choose kindness. Don't choose all the negative stuff and bullying and that. Just choose kindness. And that's what I do in my channel. I choose all the kindness, and I celebrate my life by choosing a lot of kindness and positivity. And I used to be a negative person to myself, not to anyone, like to myself. But I used to bully myself mostly. And that's not good. That's not healthy. And I've learned, I'm 16 right now, like I've learned nowadays that being positive always makes you feel good. Like, for example, wake up in the morning and just go to the mirror and be like, today you look amazing. And like, that'll make you feel good. Like, I know I do that to me, like, sometimes, not always. I can't say I'm like really positive because I'm not, but I'm working on it, you know? And yeah. So, thank you guys for watching this video. Give this a like, comment down below what you want me to react to next, and I will react to that. So yeah, and check my links down below and check the playlist so you know what I'm doing. So yeah, bye!